I saw a report April of 2026 that said 26% of the Netherlands is below sea level and 59% of the Netherlands is at risk of flooding by the sea. This is just amazing to me. I know in the United States, New Orleans is below sea level, and we've seen that they've had some breaches with the levees that have really caused some flooding over there. But I wanted to find something that explained how the Netherlands is able to sustain this and work around this, what could be a major problem. So we watched a video today. We're going to watch a video today here called How the Dutch Beat the Ocean, Why Amsterdam Has Canals. And this is by Johnny Harris. There will be a link down below so you can head on over and support his channel. And by the way, I will have an update on our living situation at the end of this video. This is going to be a lot of fun. Before we get going here, go ahead and like the video and let's see what we can see. Amsterdam. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Why am I trying to sing? But that song, yeah, I know that song. Anyway, what am I doing? What the hell? Why did I just do that? Should I edit this out? That was terrible. I just noticed it. I recognized the song from the first couple notes. Anyway. Can we just talk?
It's the ocean versus the Dutch. That's the battle that's going on right now. It's been going on for hundreds of years. And you know who's winning?
The Dutch.
The Dutch.
This song is so good.
See all that water? Super ingenious.
Hopefully YouTube lets me play it.
It's the way they designed it. Can't you tell the engineering
If I
marvel?
hear one more thing about the water.
Oh no. She's not happy.
Look at this map of Holland in 1300. Compare this to a map of Holland today. The country has gained land. Yes.
Oh wow.
Thousands and
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh wow. Oh. And in 700 years gained land right here and right there. I mean, obviously he highlighted
thousands of square kilometers of land has been won back from the ocean.
Wow.
The story of this battle between the ocean and the Dutch explains why Holland is good at cheese, why Amsterdam has canals, why Dutch people ride bikes. And for those who are confused, the Dutch, Netherlands, and Holland are all the same thing, and they all have different reasons, and I'm not going to go into them. You can look at Wikipedia.
The Dutch? That sounds like the people, right? The Dutch, Netherlands, and Holland. I know those similarities are why they're the same thing. Anyway.
Are all the same thing, and they all have different reasons, and I'm not going to go into them. You can look at Wikipedia. It's just when I use those words, it all has to do with the same thing, which is this country. Okay?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So the Netherlands, or Holland, or whatever you want to call it, is a country that is sinking. It's actually, the majority of it is under sea level or right at sea level.
It's sinking?
I mean, if you look at the map of Holland, you see that a lot of it is just these little strips of land that are right up in the North Sea. And the ocean and the wind just kind of eat away at this land year after year. Instead of fleeing these coastal communities that were slowly sinking into the water, about 500 years ago, the Dutch started to fight back.
Oh, wow.
Now, let's just be clear about...
I think the most amazing thing about that statement is that he said 500 years ago. I mean, I don't know. It seems like something as intricate as holding back the sea, like you wouldn't have the technology for it 500 years ago. I know you would, because there's things older than that have been built that are like amazing architectural wonders. So I know that, but I'm just saying, if you would think that it'd be in the last like 100 years, but 500 years ago, they started fighting back. That's pretty impressive.
One thing, which is fighting the ocean, the incessant, timeless powerhouse, the ocean, is a very difficult thing.
Where are we going?
Crystal.
What?
Tristal.
Texel.
Texel. Ooh, man, that looks amazing. Wait, what did that say? A Dutch island. Texel, a Dutch island.
We made it.
Made it.
This battle between the Netherlands and the ocean is now much more real for me. This wind and these waves are so crazy and consistent. They're just eating this land alive, and yet the Netherlands have decided to fight back, and they're doing a pretty darn good job.
Oh.
Holland is up for this task. They've developed a whole system, a whole science behind hydrological engineering that has allowed them to combat the effects and the erosion of the ocean.
My favorite is the curry ketchup. And Johnny loves the Andalus, and they actually go really well together. Like us.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Okay, so how do they actually do this? This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
There are a few techniques that the Dutch use for their wizardry over the water. The first one has to do with them building a wall around a body of water that they want to turn into land.
Okay.
Build a wall around it, and then they, back in the day, would build a windmill next to those walls, and they would use the windmill to spin, and as the windmill would spin, that would spin a pump that would pump the water out of that land.
Okay. Oh, wow. So it's like you're essentially drying the land that you want to use.
They'll plant on it, and they will do whatever they need to do to actually make it firm, dry, habitable land, and then they'll build entire cities on it.
Oh, wow. Dang.
And then in 1932, Holland had a huge win.
Oh.
There's this giant part of the country that was a part of the sea, and they finally built this huge wall.
Oh. Oh, wow. So, I mean, I guess all of those things are the wall. You're showing different views of it. Like that. I guess that's the wall. That's the wall probably from space. And
Building this giant wall created a barrier between the saltwater sea and made this huge body of water into a freshwater lake.
Oh, wow.
After they built this wall, they then started to section off little pieces of this newly created lake and to start to turn those into land as well. So this is all of the land that they have created since 1932 when they built a wall to make this lake. I mean, it's totally crazy.
Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't catch the years. 42, 57 and 68, and then in 76, it looks like, are they kind of doing it again? They built another wall?
They built a wall to make this lake. I mean, it's totally crazy.
That is amazing.
The Netherlands actually, a few years ago, got a new province, like a new state in their country, not because of any administrative reform, but because they literally reclaimed a giant piece of land that used to be under the sea.
Oh, wow.
So much of the Dutch coastline looks like this. Just super fortified with asphalt and a million other building materials that they have come to over hundreds and hundreds of years of experimentation. It seems simple, it's like a wall, but in this wall lies the secret to Holland not sinking. And they don't always work. There have been times when these walls break, but for the most part, this has been a success story.
That was my question. Oh, I'm glad he said that. Because I was just wondering, it just seems like it would be, obviously it is high risk for potential flooding, but it just seems like if there's any change in the tide or anything like that, that it could cause flooding. I mean, obviously they know what the hell they're doing. You know, hello, they've been doing it for 500 years or more. But, you know, that's just kind of what someone would think. But obviously they've found a way to make that work. But it sounds like, according to him, that there have been some times where they might have had a breach or, you know, something may have happened that caused flooding. Man, look at that. This place looks amazing.
But it's not just creating land out of water. It's also just how they manage water in every one of their cities.
Oh, there goes that song again. Oh.
Amsterdam used to just be, I mean, you can hear it in the name, a dam on the Amstel River.
Oh.
They then built it up, and they created this series of canals, a very intentional design, as you can see. And in doing so, they made this city a very accessible boat city, which was a very lucrative thing to do back in like the 15 and 1600s. Amsterdam became an economic hub in Europe and developed very quickly, population boom. It contributed to the golden age of Holland. And even today, Amsterdam is a giant economic and global hub, which you can attribute to how the Dutch have just mastered water and learned how to intentionally design their cities and their country around water management.
That's awesome.
A lot of the things we think of as quintessential Dutch come from this culture of water management. I know it sounds like the wonkiest thing in the world, but listen to me here. See the bikes? The bikes are a product of this low land, because when you have flat land, it's relatively close together because as most of your land is waterlogged, then bikes become a really efficient, viable transportation means.
Good point.
You also have some of the most fertile grounds in the world for growing grass, which then becomes fertile pastures for cows, which produce amazing dairy products, which is why Dutch cheese is such wonderful, amazing cheese.
Wow.
And then, of course, there are windmills. Windmills are a huge Dutch thing. Windmills come from this history of pumping water from lakes and the ocean to create new pieces of land. For a long time, windmills were the technology, which is why Holland is full of windmills. Finally, you have these tulips. Tulips are another huge Dutch thing. The reason for this is that tulips grow in this special clay, sand, soil mixture. And a lot of that exact soil is right here in Holland because of the fact that a lot of this land was underwater before they reclaimed it. And so it's perfect for growing tulips. So a lot of Dutch culture could be attributed to water management and conquering the water.
This video could have been 2 hours. All right, that was a really interesting video. I mean, I knew some of that stuff, but I don't care how much I know it. I still think it's amazing that they're able to manage water. because a lot of times water is one of the harder things to manage. Like I know that like leaks cause problems, and because water can find an opening, so that makes it very difficult. And when you're dealing with the ocean, that has to make it even more difficult. And having the water has probably made that city so much more amazing, that country so much more amazing. So that was great. Can't wait to visit over there. So update on our journey to move to the Netherlands. It's been a bit of a challenge, just, telling you like it is, to be transparent a little bit. So, our philosophy on life is that if it's difficult and if there's some resistance there, like the things that happen to us, if it's easy, then it's meant to happen. So right now it hasn't been super easy to try and get over there. There's a lot of things that have to line up in order for it to work where we can actually move there. And we really don't have time to kind of wait for that to happen, because we got to make a decision quick here, because our visa is going to be coming up in less than a year. So for right now, we're putting a pause on moving over there. Doesn't mean we won't. Maybe that's something that we would do in the future. But for right now, it's not lining up with kind of where we are in our lives and things like that. So I wanted to tell you, because you have been so supportive here on this channel and helping me out and telling me where to live. And we've been doing tons of research and talking to a lot of different people, and people that are subscribers have been messaging us. It's been great. So, and we're not saying right now, I would say the Netherlands is plan B. Plan A is for us to stay here in Spain. So we're going to know, I believe in March is when we start that process. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I kind of want to give you an update on that, because I know some of you are probably curious, at least one of you. So, but I still love the Netherlands. I think it's amazing. I really do. Even this video, like all these videos, it's amazing the things that they do in that country. And hopefully one day we'll get to move there. So that was a lot of fun. Hopefully you liked that reaction there. If you did, and you want to see more just like it, then subscribe to subscribe to the channel, man. It's easy and it's free. My name is Greg. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.